How's it going, YouTube? Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Saturday. It is September in 2020. So, the title of this video is called How Do I Impress a Hiring Manager? How do you do it? Now, there's a lot of ways you can do it. And frankly, it's little things. It's a lot of little things that people just don't do. And I do interviews every day as a recruiter. I meet a lot of people from entry level all the way to director to C level. And it's very funny to see that 95% of the people don't do these things. And it's little things to make you. And you want to be top of mind in your recruiter's mind because he's looking at 100 different people, usually 1,000 different people. Right now, I'm actually finding a new recruiter for my team, for example. And it's always, you get a lot more resumes. I'm getting 300 resumes a day. So you have to find little things to stand out in the audience, and you want to be top of mind in your recruiter's mind or the hiring manager's mind or whoever's the decision maker so that you get the job and you make it to the short list, which is the top 3 to 5 people out of that entire thing that they're going to bring to the final interview. So let's talk about a few tips that you can do to get ahead of the group, to stay ahead of the group, to also stand out from the entire group. So, by the way, just about me, in case this is your first time ever tuning in, and I really, really appreciate it. I haven't been on YouTube for 2 years, so this is a long time in the making. And the only reason was because I was getting my master's and I had zero time. But you want to, if you can, leave a good comment, like the button, subscribe. We're going to be giving out new content about how to master the interview, become a recruiter yourself if you want to, and different tips on success and self-development. So, a little bit about me. I've been a recruiter for about 8 years. I've worked in several agencies, both international and domestic. I've worked for the biggest brands in the world, as well as I've been 3 years as a director of hiring for, shouldn't say the name of the company, but definitely a growing company, and we've actually tripled in size. We've doubled in size every single year since I've been there. So, I hire a lot of people. I interview a lot of people. I have seen hundreds of thousands of resumes, and I know what works and what doesn't work. And I know what people need to do to get the job that they want to get. So today we're going to be talking about how do you impress whatever hiring manager you're talking to, whatever industry, little things that you can do. And this is going to be a short list. This isn't going to be the full list because there's so many different variations. But these are tips that I know will help you stand out. So let's get into it. All right. So number one, come prepared. For the love of God, come prepared. You have to come prepared. What does coming prepared mean? Coming prepared means that you know about the company, you know about the industry, you know maybe who's going to be interviewing you. So, for example, we do a lot of first interview screenings, and people will know about our company, and they might not have done any research beforehand. They don't know about maybe some of the latest things that we're doing. You can easily find on like their website, certain awards, certain things about the people, about the industry. It takes 5 minutes. You should know a little bit about it. And usually we do a little bit of a summary on the phone with the person to fill in the gaps. But you should know at least a little bit. It makes you stand out that much more. Oh, I saw you won this award, or you got this contract, or I saw that you guys have a new office in New York. I see you guys are doing international business. You're doing a joint venture, things like that nature. Find out a little bit about the company before you make that phone call or the first interview. First impressions are important. And if you read self-development, first impressions matter. And if you make a negative first impression, it takes 7 positive. If you make a negative first impression, it takes 7 positive impressions to make up for it. So you want to start on the right foot. So come prepared. Know about a little bit more about the industry. If it's an industry you're not familiar with, know about the company. Check out their LinkedIn as well as their homepage. If it's in person, come prepared with certain documents. Come prepared with multiple copies of your resume, multiple copies of your cover letter, your references sheet, list of references, professional references. Ideally, you want to have 3 professional references and 3 personal references. And then a notebook for you to take notes, to look professional. You can get them $10 these days, and a list of your questions. You can jot them down on the side and be able to reference them later at the end of the interview, things that you want to know about. Next, number two. Know who's interviewing. You want to know who's going to be the lead interviewer. If it's a first round interview, it's going to be probably the recruiter or HR, or depending on the size of the company. If it's a larger company, it could be department head. It depends. But know who you're interviewing. And a good idea is to go on their LinkedIn. You don't need to connect with them, but look at the uncommon commonalities. Look at little things that can help you build rapport right off the bat. Things can be like, oh, we're the same school, similar hometowns. Could be a little bit about the same function of the roles or a charity or groups you follow. But look for a little something that's like, hey, I noticed also, by the way, something to definitely build rapport that helps you stand out during the interview right from the get-go. Okay? So use that. You want to make sure when you're first getting there to, if it's on the phone, start with energy. Start with a little more energy. And a good rule of thumb is 10% more energy than the person talking to you. So I deal with all different personality types. If somebody is super high energy, I'm going to be a little bit more. If somebody is really, really, really low energy, and if I come at him at like super high energy, it's going to kind of freak him out. So you want to make sure you're kind of matching his tone, but a little bit more to entice them. Now, this is more on a recruiter standpoint, but the same thing works if you're looking for a job. You want to show your personality, demonstrate your personality, show that you're adding energy to the room. You want to thank them for their time. Make sure you're thanking them for the time, because they are spending a lot of time. Hiring takes a lot of time, especially if you're looking for a good person. So thank them for their time right from the get-go. Make eye contact, shake, smile. If you're on the phone call or in person, smile the entire time. Now, I don't mean like a doofus. Oh, did my video go? No, let's go. Okay. All right, we're back. So my power was going out right there. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I do not do editing that often because I just don't have the time. So we'll go back right into it. So thank them for their time. Okay, another thing, let them lead the conversation. Now, this is only a few people that try to kind of overpower the interviewer and lead it, especially kind of if they're a senior person. But you don't want to come off as aggressive. There was a person interviewing just recently, I remember, for our, it wasn't a director. They had been a higher level and they were going now to a lower level. They had been laid off and they're going to a lower level. And I guess they felt this like a little bit of entitlement, proudness about what they had done in the past. And it's good to be proud of your accomplishments, but you don't want to be coming off as arrogant and controlling. And it was just, you could tell, not a personality match for the position or our company culture. So you want to be very careful that you're not coming as like, it's good to be proud of your accomplishments and to display those, but do it humbly and let the other person lead, okay? So another thing that is a killer when it comes to the final interviews, you need to be able to when somebody asks you a question, answer the question. Use brevity in your answers. You should be answering the question within a 30-second to 1 minute span. A lot of people will miss out on positions. And I've seen this happen a lot. They'll get all the way to the final and they'll be in a group setting, say a panel interview, and they trail off in their answers. And that's really important that you do not do, because a company wants to see that you are communicative, that you can get things done, that you're direct. Now, so if you're practicing your interview stuff, if certain questions, use a timer, but you want to use brevity and answer the questions. It's really good to kind of demonstrate with stories what you can do. Next thing, asking questions at the end. What questions should you ask? There's a lot of different questions you should ask, but I'll give you top 5 that I think will really, hammer it in. First question, what are the realities of the position? What are the realities of the position? What does kind of the day-to-day look like? Another thing you can ask the hiring person, why did you join? What are some of the things you like about the company? What are the things they need to work on? Why is the position open? I know, you can't see my fingers. Why is the position open? How long has the position been open? What's the company culture like, right? How do you feel about the company culture? What are 2 to 3 traits that you are looking for in the ideal candidate? So those are things that you can easily use. I know those take a little more than 5, but good questions that you can definitely utilize at the end of the interview. And what it does, it really flips the script. So they're asking all these questions to you. This is now your chance to qualify them. You're pre-qualifying them now. So a lot of people don't ask questions at the end. If they do, they ask maybe one, and usually it's about money. And that can be addressed. And I think I'll save that for another video, because that is a long-winded answer. But there's a right way and a wrong way. And if you have the skills, they will offer you the range that you want. If you have the right skills and the right positioning and posture, they will offer you the right things if it's in their budget. So there's ways that you can do that, and I'll tell you guys how to do that for the correct salary range. Number 3, or not number 3, what are we on? Like 6. Okay. At the end of it, make sure you send a thank you note afterward. Send a thank you note by email, and then you can even connect on LinkedIn. Thank them again for their time, that you are very interested in the position, and you would love to move forward if possible. So little things like that. And then if they take like longer than a few days, always you can send a quick one, not a long message, quick email just saying like, hey, I just wanted to make sure if there was any updates, if you needed anything from me to help move forward. So using a few of those techniques is really key to help you stand out, and the key is standing out positively, and will help you get the job, will increase your probability of getting a job that much more so. And guys, it really is a lot of social etiquette and business etiquette. That's what really divides the people who get moved up the fastest, is they look and act the part. So you can have all the skills, and if you're just not good with people, it's going to be really tough for you to move up. It's not impossible, just really tougher. So you want to make it as easy as possible for yourself. So I hope that really, really helps. If you guys want to connect with me personally, if you guys have questions about your recruiting or your own recruiting agency, or looking for a job, send me an email. I'll attach it. As well as if you want a lot more details, a really big breakdown of how to do this, we did make a informational product called Master the Interview and Get the Offer. And it really is about how to write the perfect resume to stand out. Trust me, like I told you, I get hundreds and hundreds of resumes. So you need to know the perfect way to stand out that way, as well as how to really go from start to finish in the entire interview process, not just little things, but really going first, second, third, how to do those, and also how to make more money. And I also will include a series that I have used for several years that has made me increase my income a lot. And I will throw that in for free in the entire thing. So send me an email as well, ryan@summitsolutions.com, and I'll talk to you soon, and we'll have more videos for you guys, and hopefully it will add a lot more value. And I really wish that you guys find the jobs that you're looking for, or the careers you're looking for. All right, take care.